Seattle, a city that never really sleeps, just hides in the shadows. Underneath its rainy streets and glowing skyline, ancient powers move. Clans plot, blood is currency, and every choice could be your last. Welcome to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, a game that's been through hell and back. Announced way back in 2019, delayed multiple times, switched developers, and practically resurrected from the dead. Fitting for a vampire game, right? But after years of silence and uncertainty, Bloodlines 2 is finally rising again. The question is, has the wait been worth it? Or is this a vampire that should have stayed buried? Let's find out if you should play or pass on Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Before we even talk about this sequel, we have to go back all the way to 2004. The original Bloodlines became a cult classic. It wasn't perfect, it launched buggy, half-finished, and broken in more ways than one, but it oozed atmosphere. It made you feel like a creature of the night, navigating moral choices, secret alliances, and dark desires in modern-day Los Angeles. It was Blade meets Deus Ex with a hint of Interview with the Vampire. So when Bloodlines 2 was announced, fans went crazy. But as development dragged on, new studios stepping in, creative leads leaving, excitement turned into concern. Now, with the Chinese room taking the reins, we finally have a version of Bloodlines 2 that looks alive. They've rebuilt it from the ground up, keeping the soul of the original, but reimagining it through a more focused, narrative-driven experience. In Bloodlines 2, you play as Fire, an elder vampire who's just woken up after centuries of torpor. You're not some fledgling climbing the ladder anymore. You were power, and now you're a relic in a modern world that's forgotten your name. The story takes place in Seattle, a city steeped in political intrigue and neon-lit temptation. 5 vampire clans rule different parts of the city, each with their own agendas, and you're caught in the middle of their Cold War. This isn't just about feeding and surviving, it's about navigating the masquerade, the unspoken law that keeps humans from discovering the truth. Break it, and you risk the wrath of the entire vampire society. The Chinese room promises a heavier focus on choice and consequence, conversations that matter, moral decisions that haunt you. If you betray one clan, you gain the favor of another, but at a price. It's not about good or evil, it's about power, loyalty, and survival. And just like the original, the writing looks sharp, moody, and dripping with personality. Gameplay-wise, Bloodlines 2 is shifting gears. It's still an RPG, but it's leaning more into immersive sim territory. Think Dishonored meets Vampire the Masquerade. Combat looks faster, smoother, and more personal. Each clan brings unique abilities: teleportation, super strength, psychic domination, even turning into mist to sneak through vents. You're a predator, and every encounter is about style, control, and timing. You can go loud and brutal, or silent and surgical. Feed on enemies mid-fight to regain health, use blood abilities to manipulate minds, or vanish entirely into the night. But what's most intriguing is how your hunger affects everything. If you go too long without feeding, your powers get unstable, your senses blur, and the beast inside starts clawing for control. It's not just a gameplay mechanic, it's part of your identity. And while we've only seen glimpses of the hub world exploration, the Chinese room is promising dense, reactive environments where your actions shape how the world treats you. One thing that's crystal clear is Bloodlines 2 looks gorgeous. The lighting, the reflections on wet pavement, the subtle red glow of neon against dark alleys. This is pure vampire noir. The Chinese room has always been known for atmosphere. Everybody's gone to the Rapture, Dear Esther, and that DNA is all over this game. Every scene feels drenched in mood and tension. You can almost smell the rain, hear the heartbeat of your next victim, and feel the cold pulse of immortality running through your veins. The sound design deserves mention too. The low hum of city nightlife, muffled sirens in the distance, whispers echoing in empty streets. It's haunting, in the best way possible. This is a game that wants you to slow down, soak in the darkness, and feel like you're part of a secret world hiding in plain sight. But let's be real, there's still some skepticism. After years of development chaos, can this game actually deliver? We don't yet know how deep the RPG systems go. Will there be real build variety? Can dialogue truly shape outcomes? And will combat hold up over a full-length campaign or get repetitive after the initial thrill wears off? Still, the Chinese room seems to understand what made Bloodlines special. Its atmosphere, its moral grayness, and its dialogue that made you think. If they can combine that with modern gameplay polish and stability, this could be the comeback story of the decade. So should you play or pass on Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2? If you're a fan of deep storytelling, dark worlds, and morally complex RPGs, this looks like a play. It's atmospheric, ambitious, and finally feels like a worthy evolution of a cult classic. But if you're expecting fast-paced action, endless open-world exploration, or instant gratification, this might not be your type of Blood. This is a game that wants you to immerse, to listen, to choose carefully, and face the consequences. After everything it's been through, it's poetic that Bloodlines 2 is about rebirth. A vampire long dead finding its power again. And maybe, just maybe, it's the same for the franchise. Welcome back to the night.